Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Carolina Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte. Standing by, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person. And now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Throwing is Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. The starting defense for the Titans.
Kenny Vaccaro is an excellent player. Can cover in the slot, but his best attributes, tackling people and rushing the quarterback.
That's it, buddy. 55. Hey, let's get this,
On second down, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. And that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 29 yards. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M. It's Ryan Tannehill.
I think one of the things I like about Ryan Tannehill's game is that he understands what his receivers are looking for downfield. He played that position at Texas A&M before becoming the starting quarterback. So a lot of times when he's in the pocket looking downfield, he's actually running the routes with the receivers as he remembers them.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 2nd down. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Uncorks one for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Eric Reid is a safety that you can use all over on defense, both in the box as a tackler and back deep as a cover man.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Defense.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Henry. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K-Rod short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Newton on third down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Number 10, 180, 55. Stay with your man.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Check 180. Check 55 to Mike. Yeah. You don't want nothing.
From the end zone, Newton. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 55 miles.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey, and he goes across the 20 to the 22. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 180. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Adam Humphries deep for the Titans. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Let's go. 15.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now it's Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. No gain on the dump-off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 63 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They can't hang with us. My 55, my 55.
Now Newton on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Newton, that's going to be caught by Samuel. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Newton now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
You ain't doing nothing.
Newton throwing again. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And the Panthers coming out now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's it. Right at the 8. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They go play action here on 1st down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
No game on this defense. No game.
Throwing again is Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and Carolina scores to cap it off. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ready. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Derrick Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On 2nd down now. It's Henry, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. Now he'll pull it down. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Newton on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Correa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They'll run with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Go. Go.
They'll run it again with Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Complete. This is Lewis. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Here we go.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's Tannehill. And Walker has it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now this one complete on the slant route. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Tannehill in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now it's Tannehill. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Tannehill throwing again. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Right there, 54 miles. Okay, just like that.
Again, Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point try now for Succop. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Ready. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
This is McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Keep playing.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. It's caught, Humphreys. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
A draw play here, Lewis. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Sit. Ready. Watching you guys. Here we go.
McCaffrey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's it. Look at it.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.